Scarlet skies over blueberry, rivals loom in the heat's mirage. Indigo discs in the dark of night, searching souls they put up a fight. Scarlet skies over blueberry, rivals loom in the heat's mirage. Indigo discs in the dark of night, searching souls they put up a fight. Dusty paths under neon lights, academy halls echo restless minds. Help the broken fix what they lack, shadow dreams keep pulling that back. Fight the night, so back down. Blueberry fields in scarlet gown, indigo discs of legend found. Troubled friends need to come around. Battle lines in harsh daylight, wounds and scars ignite the fright. Hope flickers in the midnight haze, indigo dreams in scarlet blaze. Broken homes, troubled hearts, puzzle pieces torn apart, band together stronger still. Scarlet dreams against the chill. Fierce the challenge, rivals stand, discs of power in eager hand. Academy walls shelter and scream, friends in need share the dream.
Alright, so what you just heard there is something new I'm trying out. While I am getting all of my stuff set up on my side, as per what I usually have to do at the start of a stream, I figured it would be kind of cool to give you guys something to listen to. And so I worked with a friend of mine who's familiar with an AI tool. I know, hear me out, I know about the topic we discussed last time and the issue at play here. This is why I worked with a friend of mine, so that this was not something I was left to my own devices to deep dive and lose myself into. I thought it was kind of a cool idea. I like what you know, we eventually kind of came up with on some of these. And so that is loosely a song, kind of roughly inspired by the DLC to the Pokemon Scarlet, Indigo Disc. And I think it's kind of, if it catches on and people have any interest and like the idea, I'm not unwilling to do this for one or two couple songs here and there, to play at the start of a stream to eat up me fiddling with my tools. Anyways, I hear some gay music. Yes, it is AI generated, however, it is kind of worked on between me and a friend as well, and is something that the two of us kind of clean up after the fact and make it something more like what we want it to sound like. But, you know, it's, yes, absolutely, primarily AI generated. One second while I take a drink here. Anyways, I was running through the game. The reason I'm not advancing on the screen right now, some of that AI coke is always better with friends. Look, I understand, and this is why I didn't want to just dive into something like this on my own. But obviously, it's something that I'm taking serious, and I'm not just like turning right back to. Anyways, the reason I did not advance the screen here is because I was trying to build up some BP. I did so a couple of days ago. I've been doing a couple of missions here or there, whatever I've got, just like 5 minutes, I sit down finish out one of the missions, get whatever, 20, 30, 40 points or whatever it is at the time. And I was doing that before the stream thinking I was going to get a few more points, and suddenly I get a phone call from Professor Cyrano. I don't know what he wants. I assume this is story related because I passed some sort of point threshold, maybe. That's my assumption. Again, guys, I know nothing about any of this DLC. I am all still experiencing this all for the first time still. Somehow I am still beyond in the dark about this. So, with that said, let's go forward with the story. We already missed the road to toe, so that's where we're at. Hi there, Ian. It's me, Cyrano. I see you've taken care of a good... Okay, yeah, so this is about the barbecue points. I see you've taken care of a good number of those BBQs. Up until now, you've only had access to entry-level stuff. Seeing how you handled that, I think we can give you access to regular quests. Keep up the good work, would you? See you around. Now, I did do a tiny little bit of digging around online, and we'll find out if the information I found is correct or not. Let me check my map. Yeah, we'll fly up here. So the information I wanted to look into online that I did some digging around for is, I remembered the story saying, hey, you're going to need BP in order to even challenge the 4. I think they sell themselves off as like Elite 4, but I'm going to call them more like gym leaders. This almost feels more like a gym challenge. So I don't know, the Elite Gyms. All right. Anyways, something about their needing to, wow, I said that like a pirate. About there needing to be a BP threshold to challenge them. What I found online said that you really only need 200 points to complete the main story stuff. I don't know if that's true or accurate, and I don't know if that's 200 for every person or 200 in total. It reads like 200 in total. So I'm gonna go figure this out. Right now I think I've got like 400. Okay, I've got like 450 because of the little bit I did beforehand. You got a call from the Tyrannosaurus. Also, you trigger more story with each of the Blueberry Elite 4 you challenge. They cost about 40 BP. Okay, so yeah, the overall total of about 200 probably isn't too inaccurate. Also, I did swap out some party members. I mentioned before I wanted to have the Vulpix on my team. Obviously, it goes without saying, Vulpix is obviously underleveled to the party, and probably also underleveled to the story here. However, that'll probably change as I battle certain trainers and progress through the story. That said, Vulpix will always be underpowered because I am not going to evolve Vulpix because I love Alolan Vulpix as a little tiny fluff ball of a mascot-like Pokemon. And so she stays as she is. At least I think that one's a she. He, my bad, he stays as he is. I caught 2 of them. One of them was male, one of them was female. I didn't remember which one I grabbed and put in my party, so there you go. And you're Ian. I missed the last line of dialogue. Got a little finger happy. Not the only time I have that issue. God damn it. Ugh, already getting off to those jokes. Grab another drink because the thirst is real. Obviously. Also, you're about to challenge the second hardest. Hey, so the strongest member of my team I removed in exchange for an underleveled, non-evolved Vulpix. I'm essentially down a party member, and I'm gonna go fight the second strongest boss. We'll see how this goes. I suspect I'll be mostly fine. I do have a pretty well beefed up team that is unjustifiably powerhoused, in my opinion, for where I have been placed in the story so far given my experiences. And you're Ian, right? One of the BB League challengers. Yeah, something like that. You'll need to hand over a 50 BP if you want to take on the elite trial here. Are you willing to pay? I have no issue with that. However, it really seems like if I'm paying to challenge you, Maybe I should get what I spend back if I win? I don't know. Maybe I'm being greedy on that. Thank you very much. Duly received and noted. Not gonna lie, why am I running around in like this shit-ass outfit? And her outfit actually looks kind of cute. I say that realizing fully that if my character was wearing that, it would not be nearly as good. We need you over here, Miss Lacey. Coming. Oh, if it isn't Ian. I'm so glad you decided to pay me a visit. Please, follow me. I'll show you to the trial site. Oh shit, that's right, there are trials. It's not just fight me. It's not just one-on-one, bro. Oh shit, what is she gonna... I hope none of this is about, like, sneaking up on Pokemon. I still don't fucking know how to do that! Thank you for coming to the Coastal Plaza to challenge me. And... Sorry if you hear my dog panting into the microphone. She just walked up. And I really am sorry for the way I protested you joining the BB League. Of course, it's true that this is quite irregular under the bylaws of our school clubs. But mainly I didn't want you to get dragged into the drama that's been troubling the club lately. I suppose our trial has already officially begun though, so let's get to it and have some fun. The trial that I came up with is, oh, son of a bitch! A question of brains! I was ill-prepared for thought! I'll ask you 5 questions about Pokemon. If you can answer them all correctly, then you pass. God damn it, it's Blaine all over again! Are you ready to attempt my Pokemon quiz, Ian? Rigid, I need to borrow, like, 100 IQ points. Or at least a couple brain cells. Anyways, I guess I'm as ready as I'm gonna be. Great. Then I'll just get everything ready. Okay, yeah, we got a Pikachu. I am relatively familiar with one of the OGs and the biggest icon, probably equally as recognizable as Mickey Mouse at this point. I got all of these first try. God damn it, I'm gonna look like an idiot! Alright, here we go. And look, it's everyone's favorite Pokemon, Pikachu, here to help. And with that, question 1. Pikachu is an electric-type Pokemon, well known for producing electricity within its body. But in which part of its body does it store? Yes! I get this one! Go right for the body part that you think is correct. Wait. Go right for... how are you... Oh, okay. No. There we go. I was going to the cheeks and it started freaking out. Pikachu's trying to sabotage me. Ding, ding, ding. You got it. Pikachu stores its electricity in the electric sacs in its cheeks. If you poke the sacs, you'll get a little shock. But don't you think they're just super round and cute? Yes, that's kind of part of why all the adorable. Now then, I think we're ready to move on to our next quiz question. Venonat, alright. Look, I still remember going back in my thoughts to Venonat. I have been told I'm wrong about this, and I haven't gone back to ever check, but I remember getting in a conversation with a friend of mine and them telling me that I was wrong and dumb for thinking that Venonat was in the anime all the way back in like the first arc when Ash goes to fight, is it Koga for the Soul Badge? Anyways, when he goes to fight for that gym badge, I seem to recall that I can't remember her name, but the sister ninja there was in the anime, and she had a Venonat with her, and I can't remember correctly, vividly. Like, a lot of old Pokemon facts I can think back to and envision. For some reason, I can't picture her with the Venonat in the anime. I'm just absolutely confident it was there. Take a look at Venonat here. It's bigger than you think it would be, isn't it? But it's also fluffy. And squeezably and terribly adorable, really. So here we go with question 2. Even on the darkest of nights, Venonat is able to use a certain part of its body like radar, which allows it to detect surrounding objects. What part of Venonat's body acts like a radar? You know, I'm willing to bet. I might be wrong. I could be an absolute fucking idiot. I am self-admitted as such. You remember, right? It evolved mid-battle. All right, I am glad that I don't feel it. Because I remember Venomoth. And I believe the Venomoth battle is like with Charmander, and it goes like a fire spin or whatever. It's got a big flaming tornado around the Venomoth, I seem to recall. But I remember Venomoth. I remember Venomoth relatively vividly. I remember the battle with Charmander. I can't, like, actually picture the Venonat. Go right for the body part that you think is correct. Alright, I'm willing to bet. What is the radar on this creature with 2 giant-ass antennae poking out of its body? What? Oh, God. Wait. If I can't... There we go. I was going to say, if I can't select the antenna, where is it? Alright. If it's not that, it's going to be... I assume it's got to be the eyes, but I don't remember this. Oh, it's going to be the fur, isn't it? Is that it? It's acting like a receptacle? No? No way it's the eyes. Hold on. Okay, at least select the eyes now. There's no fucking way it's the eyes. That just doesn't make sense that you're using eyes like radar. Alright, go fucking figure. I thought it would be like the fur is picking up on like signals around it. Yeah, I am very much not going to be looking for answers in chat on this, Rigid. Thank you very much, though. But I'm looking at this like, I'm fairly certain Venonat would just look with the eyes. Like, that's eyesight at that point. If you're talking about like a radar system, I think of something. Radar is something that goes out and bounces back. Like a sonar radar, and then there are other types of radar. And the idea that the eyes are what you're calling a radar seems a little obscure and asinine to me. I'm sorry. I might just be being a little bit of a petulant asshole, but that seems a little fucked up. Brock, a metamorphosis attack? No, it just evolved. Honestly, that would be a really cool thing for, like, Pokemon to implement in the game. Like, hear me out. You go into a fight with, like, a Metapod, right? But your Metapod is, like, I don't know, level 50. And it has the ability to evolve as a third attack. Because I think you can get, like, a Metapod that can know, like, Tackle and Harden and String Shot, I think. It used to be that you could get, like, some of those moves. I don't know if that's still a thing. But let's say you go in with, like, a Metapod. You harden to get all of the defense buffs, and then you metamorphosize at that level, evolving your Pokemon, and then you pick your move pool from like, what it has at the stage of its evolution, whatever level it was when it evolved. I know that sounds obscure. I'm sure it would be a pain in the ass to code. I'm sure there's no justified reason for it, and it would be like a dick pull as far as like any online competitive play, and you only get to do it once anyways. But the idea sounds like obscure, stupid, and fun, and I love it. Isn't Venonat even more adorable when you think about how it sees a whole world we can't see? Sure, but that's like right in line with other animals that like sense with temperatures and stuff. It's not like they're running around with digital cameras in their eyes that see the thermal print the way we do on those little freaking radar guns that we have. No, they do have heat senses, but come on, Pokemon, kind of a dick pull there. Now then, I think we're ready to move on to our next quiz question. That feels like an ass. And not the thick, juicy, enjoyable kind. Getting weary of my quiz, how about a cup of tea? Or maybe these 3 Sinisty siblings. Here's question 3. Sinisty like to live in precious antique cups. But there are a lot of phonies out there. It's hard to tell which cups are genuine antiques. One of these 3 Sinisties is an antique form Sinisty, meaning it found a real antique cup. So which Sinisty has the real deal? Alright, this one I am familiar with, but I want to check as they all spin around. Right, so the middle one has the mark on the bottom of the cup. When you're talking about actual, like, antique ceramics and other items like that in the real world, they will also have maker marks on the items. Sometimes they are intentionally noticeable. Sometimes they are a little bit hidden. This one kind of dances somewhere in the middle. It's under the cup, where a lot of them are for teacups, but it's also kind of hidden up under the lip. A lot of the ones I see have them stamped like right in the dead center of the middle bottom. But that is how you know, and I think that's kind of cool. I wanted to make sure that there weren't other falsified marks on the other ones, and I wanted to make sure what they were as they spun. Ding, ding, ding. You spotted it. That's right. An antique form Sinisty can be recognized by the mark on the bottom of its cup. But it doesn't matter whether they're antique form or phony form. They're all so darn cute. At least she's right that the Pokemon are cute. She has that going for her. I'm accepting of that portion of all of this. Now then, I think we're ready to move on to our next quiz question. Oh shit, I don't know much about this one at all. This is a meteor. All I know is that this one is in the anime and is in reference to the concept of death and makes everybody sad. That's what I know about this Pokemon. This is the meteor Pokemon. Minior. Minior. I think that's right. It comes in all kinds of different colors, you know. I'll first ask you to take a good look at this pinkish meteor for me, okay? I don't like what you're asking. Okay. Oh no. Which of these is the pinkish? No. I think it's this one. I think it's, please. There we go. Okay. I am terrible at these. Ding, ding, ding. You did it. Even after they returned to their meteor form, you still managed to find the right one. Aren't Meteor adorable? Their collective varies based on what they eat. Now then, I think we're ready to move on to the very last quiz question. Yo, alright, Grand Bull. Oh look, here comes Grand Bull. Maybe it heard the word pink and decided to stop by. This little sweetie is one of my own Pokemon. It's always with me. God, where was... I think Grand Bull was in the... Oh, shoot. Brain. I think it's the 3rd movie. Grand Bull is one of the primary Pokemon showcased in the battle with the trainer during the opening cutscene. Which, by the way... If you ever want absolute banger Pokemon music, watch the movies and listen to those opening tunes. A lot of the older ones are renditions of the Pokemon soundtrack that is out there for the TV shows at the time. But they are given an extra layer of flair and funk and sass, and I love them. If you haven't heard them, if you're like too young and you don't know what the hell I'm talking about, go check out the movies. First of all, they're really enjoyable. Also, go check out the music in the movies. Some of that stuff is absolutely amazing. And if you really want to have a wild ride and you like anime in general, go watch the old Dragon Ball Z movies, the English dub versions. You will not find better OSTs that represent the fucking music icons of their generation than those movies, and it's fucking goofy how great that shit works. Like, you could watch the fucking one of the Broly movies and you've just got fucking Disturbed playing in the background as Broly's tearing ass through people. Our last question. Question 5 will involve Granbull here. Granbull is a quiet, delicate, and lovable Pokemon. Of course. But can you tell me this? When I take a nap with my adorable Granbull, I kind of love the little pointiness as he's talking. That's cute right there. That's adorable. When I take a nap with my adorable Granbull, which part of its body do I use as a pillow? Oh, wait, hold on. I don't... Okay, I don't know enough about Granbull to feel confident in this. I would actually say that there's no way it's the jaw. Granbull is like big time bite boy. The ears don't make a lot of sense to me, but I don't know what's available down here. The arms could work. Granbull kind of has a little bit of that flabbiness to him. It could be the legs, but again, something about the legs just sounds like when you're talking about something that fights, the legs are where there's a lot of muscle. There's not a lot of soft cushion around muscle. You formulate a strong base in that sense. And Granbull, being an upright standing Pokemon, being active, that just doesn't make sense to me. But you're not going to tell me that that tummy isn't absolutely screaming to just be cuddled. Reminds me of when they used You're Not Me in the first Yu-Gi-Oh movie. Fucking good. Absolutely. Do you remember the old CD that was available? God, when people bought CDs. Fucking ancient is what I am. When you could get the old CDs for like some of these Pokemon series. And they were just, I say Pokemon, but Yu-Gi-Oh had one as well. And they were just largely like what we get these days of like fan-made music. Yu-Gi-Oh had one that was called Music to Duel By, and it just had some good fucking Yu-Gi-Oh inspired music. By the way, if you have not listened to that thing, go check it out as well. I'm telling you guys a lot of shit to go check out. I'm sorry if it bugs the hell out of anybody, but like I swear some of this stuff is pretty damn good. As someone who likes music and again is looking at dancing around the idea as an opening to my streams now, go check that out if you have not, if you're unfamiliar. There is music all over that thing that just screams like, again, they are products of their eras, but like actually good. The Pokemon one that I'm remembering is the album I believe was referred to as 2 the number Be a Master, and I seem to recall that one being absolutely full of fucking awesome songs as well. It is also, I think, the piece of official merchandise that to this day solidifies the anger and frustration people have with the betrayal they feel regarding Ash not ending up with Misty. We get it, she left, she had to go be a gym leader, but like, come on. There was no reason Ash couldn't go back, and then they pull Serena as an ass-pull reference to a history that they just kind of bullshitted in the moment. Don't get me wrong, Serena's a totally fine character, and would be totally applicable in like so many scenarios, but y'all motherfuckers set us up. And I don't think the level of anger and frustration is unjustified. Maybe the hate's unjustified. But the anger and frustration, nah. I get that. I stand by that. I embody some of that. Obviously. To Be a Master is a great album. Yes, it is. And again, I think Music to Duel By is the one I'm thinking of for the Yu-Gi-Oh one. And no joke, I actually remember having that. So again, to showcase how old I am, my first car didn't have a working CD player. For some reason I seem to recall it had a CD player, but it didn't function when I got it. But it also had a cassette player. It was a CD and cassette player in the dashboard. And so I had, no joke, in order to play the music that I bought, because I was buying music in CDs, which I still have a boatload of my CDs of. When I was buying music in CDs, I had one of those really nice anti-skip CD players that you could actually like strap to your hip and go jogging with. I didn't go jogging, I was a fat ass, go figure. But I had one of those and I put it in my car, and there used to be this really cool cassette tape device. It went into your cassette player, but then it had an auxiliary cord that came out of the front of the cassette player and would let you plug in other devices. When my CD player was what I was primarily using, I would plug it into that CD player, and I kept a little booklet of all of my CDs. To Be a Master and Music to Dual Buy were in my car driving cycles. That said, when I eventually got an MP3 player, that car was still what I was driving, and that tool was still what I had to use to play my music. So I had that hooked up into my MP3 player, but because of what an MP3 player was and is, I could actually hide the MP3 player a lot easier out of the way of my vehicle entirely and run the cable with far easier solutions. Music to dual buy, you mean? Isn't that what I said? I thought that's what I said. That's what I meant if that's not what I said word for word, but yeah, music to dual buy. But yeah, it was an entire Yu-Gi-Oh CD. In fact, I think I am almost certain I said that the first time I said that, but here we are, like, having the conversation about this CD like 3 or 4 stories in now. But yes, music to dual buy is the Yu-Gi-Oh one. When I cuddle up to it, it's so soft and cozy, we both fall asleep in just seconds. I very well might have gotten myself mixed up and confused while I'm this far into branching out stories, though. And that's the end of my quiz. You managed to get all 5 of my questions right, which means... I got 4 of the 5 right, and you gave me a second try. Congratulations, Ian! You've officially cleared my elite trial. Why, why don't we head back to the plaza? I don't know if it's going to be the same stamp for all of them, but I kind of like that little stamp that we got in the bottom right there. I like the little extra flavor touch to that. Since you passed my elite trial, you've earned the right to challenge me to a battle. I don't have Vulpix up front, do I? But what do you want to do now? Ready to move straight to it? You know what, fuck it, let's go. Throw down. As I am. If Vulpix is up front, Vulpix goes. I'm sorry. You said music to go by at the first and corrected yourself a bit before reading my comment. It's fine, we all get what you mean. As long as I gave the right statement at some point, I will go with that. Because I was going to say, I'm fairly certain I said the right answer at somewhere in there. So, point being... We understand. I sometimes speak faster than my brain keeps up with. Music to dual buy and to be a master. And obviously it's the number 2. I did clarify that. I got that one right. I also think there was a sequel to the To Be a Master CD, but I never had that one. I think my cousin did. But I don't remember if it was just for whatever reason... Like, the cover art on the CD reminded me of To Be a Master, and it wasn't really like a sequel album per se. I also remember that the soundtracks to the movies had CD releases as well. I had a CD, an official CD copy of the soundtrack to Pokemon the Movie 2000. Which, by the way, the flute solo in that, which is just, you know, the flute playing, but there's like an extended full-length version of that flute that the lady plays. It's kind of, they call it a flute, it's an ocarina, but it's also got some like weird goofiness going on because it's a fantasy item, whatever. It also seems weirdly rendition of the Azure flute that you get to summon Arceus later. Look, whatever the hell that instrument was that she plays, the song has a full length extended version on that CD, as I recall, and it's actually really good. The second major Pokemon album was called Pokemon X, funnily enough. Again, that very well might be. I didn't have that one. I'm not as familiar with that. I just remember that my cousin had it. And much like me, he played that bitch in his car too. Okay, this should be far enough. Let me properly introduce myself for this. I am Lacey of the Elite Four. I really didn't expect I'd get a challenge from someone like you, Ian. Rightfully, you do belong to a different school. Literally Lacey just being like, get fucked, you other student scrub. You literal other get fucked and out of my gym. But I don't get to make the calls. Honestly, I'm still a bit shocked, but I won't let my personal feelings get in the way of our battle. If anything, let it fuel you, you know? If you hate me, fucking beat my ass. Not in that way. That's for someone coming up later. Banger song incoming. Bro, don't get me on that. I will have to, like, turn the music up for me or something. So, let's see. First of all, I should tell you you don't have to tell me anything. Anyways, I mostly use fairy-type Pokemon. There's just nothing like an adorable pink fairy, right? Why do they have to be pink, though? Like, there are other fairy types that are non-pink. It's weird that I think fairy type and my brain immediately goes to Klefki. Which does have pink on it. I think it's got, like, the pink around the uvula bit there. They're weak to poison. And you're telling me your weakness. They're weak to poison and steel. Anything too caustic or cutting just doesn't suit them. Oh, but you must know all this already, right, Ian? Now for this battle, I'm not going to hold anything back. I want to be sure you walk away with a proper understanding, after all. Yeah, you can kind of hear that intro building up. You're about to learn that cuteness is real strength. Oh shit, it's a double battle. Shit, I forgot that. Richard and Vulpix out here. This time I'll be facing you with my usual party, as a member of the Elite Four. Yo, but that Intimidate on that Grand Bull right out of the gate, though. Yo, that Intimidate from the Grand Bull right out of the gate, though. Alright, so Richard has been, unfortunately, mildly crippled. We're going to pop a Bulldoze on everybody, and then we are going to swap Vulpix out to somebody that can take the Bulldoze with a little bit more grace and style. So get in there, Rigid. I'm assuming you're going to be able to take that that Earth-based attack with a little bit more finesse than a tiny little Arctic fox would. You're not wrong, like that music in the background does really pop off. It's got a little bit of like a swap up when I was talking earlier. There's something about like that bit there that kind of throws me through a little bit. But like the main body of this thing is absolutely a great song. Alright, let's pop in that Swords Dance. Rigid, you are going to get yoked up. Not if that hurts me too much. Ow. It's alright, we're good. We're gonna see this through. Let's go with that. And let's try the Leech Life on Whimsicott. I'm hoping that that'll do. Now that we've done a Swords Dance, that'll give us enough power to make this meaningful and take some of that much needed health back. It's a rock-solid strategy to go after weaknesses, which is why I'll be turning it right back on you. No, I didn't realize we were so much slower. Fucking rigid! Hell yeah! Tear it apart! Pull it in just to literally stand your ground and eat her Pokemon. Thank you. Alright, you know what? That was kinda shit, but that was a dope way to go, Rigid. For some reason, I didn't pay attention and I thought we were faster and we were going to be much better off than we were. Still, like, the hold through and the body. Alright, so let's see here. We got Richard. Let's throw Dem in here as well. This is going to be the Vaporeon party here at this point. And neither of them are in chat to drive the joke home. Alright, Richard. Gonna continue with that waterfall because Dem with the Thunder Fang should be able to be a little bit more effective against Primarina. I think, for whatever reason, I have it in my head that technically Dem being a dark type is at a disadvantage here. Again, I'm not so much worried about harsh typing. If I was doing a Nuzlocke or if I was absolutely worried about, you know, being close to their level, I'd have to play this a little closer to home, but I came into this knowing that I have plenty of room to fuck around and play with this on a fun scale rather than a technique scale. Yeah, I kind of saw that coming. Time to get her puppy wet. God damn it! Alright. So obviously, I am building out to leaving Ogerpon to the last one. I don't know if Ogerpon has special dialogue with everyone. It wouldn't make a lot of sense. But, I don't know, something about it just seems right to hold out with it. Again, the idea of sending Ash out here is just such a bad idea. But, I think Ash is pretty fast. There we go. What I am going to definitely have to do, though, is I have been told time and time again that the final fight is one that I need to take actually properly serious. I don't know to what extent I need to worry about that, but the fact that people have constantly told me that, even with the level difference that I have here that I'm benefiting heavily from. Yeah, it's pop to the fire thing. The fact that I am coming from that much of a upside and people are still telling me to be careful is telling me that I am probably going to at least look out for like what his levels are and try and come up with a party. I'm not going to look up what his Pokemon are if I can avoid it. And try to come up with a party in that level range that I like that would be the Pokemon I'd want to come into that with. And I might try to make that one a little bit more of a serious fight. Obviously, I need to keep Ogerpon in the party, though, because I do want to see the special dialogue in that fight. But given how many people have told me to be careful with that one, I think the idea of trying to make that a more showcased battle, especially being the final kickoff point. Oh good, it didn't get to decorate the Slowbro. That was a lucky flinch. Excadrill. Let's continue with that. And let's pop. You know what? I think Ash being up here with Excadrill is a potential problem. And if Excadrill has like a magnitude or an earthquake, this is going to be a terrible decision. But getting Ash out of the field otherwise might not be a bad call. So I'm going to give it a shot and see how it goes. All eyes on our big terrestrial heart. Time to get even cuter and cuter. Please do the Excadrill. Giant mole. Or no, I'm thinking of the, why am I thinking of the other game? The Sword and Shield. What the fuck am I thinking? Anyways, yes, give me the cute mole. I'm good with the cute mole. We'll take that. God damn it. Unfortunately, Ash was not fast enough to get away from the Excadrill, though. Alright, so let's throw Ogerpon in here. Alright, and we're going to crunch that. And we are going to immediately terrestrialize to get our bonus here. And we are going to try to just slap Excadrill with a big viney club. Ogerpon about to go clubbing. Is Richard gonna manage to pull through here? Oh, I was hoping it would be enough. The idea of Richard pulling through with 7 HP was funny. Unfortunately, there's not a lot of ways he's gonna pull through that. But the irony of my fear of losing Vulpix at the start due to the level swap and having Vulpix hold out to the very end. Vulpix coming in here as the real MVP holding its ground. Whoops. There we go. And again, is it effective? No. Does that health pool make a difference regarding slapping you with a club? Again, probably not. It would have been hilarious, though, if Vulpix was like the last Pokemon and somehow managed to squeeze by the wind after all the talking down I did for it. I hate losing. But I love seeing such cute Pokemon. Oh, and I didn't say at the start, but I will be putting, whenever I intro a song at the start of the streams, if I continue doing it for a long-term period of time, great. If not, and it's only the amount that I have ran with my friends so far, when I showcase one, they will be linked in my Discord for people to listen to or download if they want later on. Again, these are AI generated. I'm not asking anything from anybody. If you want the music, it's there for you. If you don't want it, it's still there and you can tell me to piss off. Good job. This took me like 5 tries on the first go around. I'll be honest, Rigid, I'm not sure if I should feel worried or not. Like the entire fight, I didn't start feeling any worry about it until it became down to Richard, Vulpix, and the Ogerpon. However, once I saw that the Excadrill went down in one shot, I felt a lot better about it. Ian, did you see? Did you see our Pokemon battling it out? Oh, it's almost too much. They were just too cute. Look, I get it. Ash is absolutely adorable. Also, Rigid coming out with that Super Saiyan 3 Sonic the Hedgehog hair. I get it. It's almost too much. They were just too cute, even for me. Hold on. we ended the last stream absolutely getting rolled over by the Rizmaster in this fucking DLC. I've got to show my ground. I can't let this slide. Nope, wrong. We're not talking about me. We're talking about my Pokemon. Look, fine. I got shot down. What do you want from me? I had to try. Your Pokemon were very cute as well, Ian. Whew. You know, it's not just right for... I'm just realizing the last stream I hardcore simped for some random guy that I've never met before. And this stream I immediately get shot down on my first attempt. God damn. And yes, Rigid, look, the choice wasn't even a choice. It was there. I was going to take option 3. It's not just right for two people to hug all this cuteness between them. Lacey, we're still talking the Pokemon, right? Why don't we wrangle up the cute Pokemon here for a cute picture we can share with everyone? We're still talking the Pokemon, right? Yeah, there we go. That is actually a kind of adorable picture, not gonna lie. The arms crossing over her chest is also quite cute. Ooh, this one is just too cute. I'm gonna make myself a backup copy. Or 3. I'll give you this as well as proof of your cuteness. See, look, she shot me down earlier, but I'm just saying, we still got in. You really are very strong when you get serious in battle, Ian. Look, the seriousness has not come out. You want to see serious, I've got to be like, I've got to be feeling it the whole way, and I have to be making myself well set as to balancing my team versus the fight ahead. This is bullshitting at its finest. I wonder how far you'll be able to get facing off against the strongest trainers in our school. I'll be keeping an eye on you and your progress. Keeping an eye on my progress. Big poggers. I had no right to win that fight. Yo, champ in the making. That's one Elite 4 member beat. Things are looking good for you. Lacey's all about cuteness. And that's what helps make her, that's what helps her make her Pokemon stronger. She's so into her team. Training the little cuties doesn't even feel like work to her. Wild, right? Drayton, like, it's... Do you realize how little training I've effectively done? Like, it's literally just I exist and my Pokemon are too fucking strong. I bet it's... Look! What kind of... The motherfucker gets me! How fair is that? Drayton is out here reading my goddamn mind, and I'm getting fucking shot down left, right, and center. I bet it's the same for you, huh? You work so hard at it because you like it. Unlike a certain someone who seems busy running himself and everyone around him into the ground just to get a little bit stronger. You know, Lacey's polite to everyone else, but she's really blunt with me. I wonder why. You just might be the one we need to shake things up in the league club. I'm such a... I am not going to read that one as written because then it will sound like it is applying to me. But as for what is wrong with you, Rigid, I blame the internet. That's it for me. Good luck with the remaining 3. I kind of hope he comes by for all of the other fights because I think it's blindingly obvious I'm going to save the best for last. Everybody else is just, you know, like a warm-up, a little appetizer. One might even use crudely the phrase foreplay to the primary showcase that will be unfolding between Drayton and I. That is going to be an incredibly intense and a steamy match. I feel like that's fair spoiler territory. All right, I don't know if everybody else is going to be setting this up in a sense to be a double battle. So I am going to adjust... Ooh, whoops. I'm going to adjust my team as such. And I think it just makes sense to have Rigid and Richard up front. I think Rigid being one of the newest members of the party, but also absolutely being an Earthquake unit. And then, which is just good damage in general. And then Richard just being the most consistent powerhouse. And I think, technically flying, right? Which also means able to avoid Earthquake. I just think that makes sense if we're going to be doing the double battles going forward. Yes, the internet has both blessed and ruined me. Much like a lot of people with the church. Alright, let's go to the Canyon Plaza. I think that's the next one I want to take on. This is the character that was just absolutely rules are rules kind of character. God, the thought that I used to be like that. That goes back fucking decades, though. Also, I'm sorry that I keep drinking as much as I am, but it's a hot motherfucking day. Welcome to the Canyon Plaza. We're the team that supports Amaris of the Elite Four, and you're Ian, right? One of the BB League challengers. You'll need to hand over 50 BP if you want to take on an elite trial here. Are you willing to pay? God, you just break my arm while we're at it. Thank you very much. Duly received and noted. Now here she comes, our very own Amaris. I do have to say, though, I kind of like the steel chain bead look, though. Ian, yes? As you see, I'm present and ready for your trial. A change of location is required. Come. That was also me when I was like 8. Later teen angst hit me like a truck. Absolutely. The decision to allow you to take on the League was irregular. An exception among exceptions. I was against it, as you know, but the Academy allowed it, and their ruling is absolute. Again, she is the rules are rules. She is like Queen Enforcer or some shit. Therefore, I will carry out my duty as a member of the Elite Four as flawlessly as I always do. The Elite Trial I devised starts right here. I call my challenge the Flying Time Trial. You will need to fly around the skies of the terrarium while riding a Pokemon. Reach the goal within the prescribed time and you will pass the trial. Fly through the Magnemite rings, and extra time will be added to the countdown. I recommend you go through as many rings as possible as you fly toward the goal. Can you verify that you are ready and willing to take on my Flying Time Trial? Okay, so this is like those Spyro missions where you've got to fly around the field. Understood. I assume you have a Pokemon to ride on. Please bring it out of its ball. Big old Agias! Ah, good. With some effort, this Pokemon should be capable of flight. Your name is Agias, yes? This is for you to eat. Who told you it was... Okay, that's kind of... I'm sorry. I can't not call it out. Again, Game Freak, that's kind of a problem. You have both of their animations like synced up on a weird repeat here. The way this cycles is kind of fucked. Like, if she was just keeping the head bob as an 8, it would be a lot easier to hide it. But they even have the big follow-up at the end of it during the chomp. It seems like for a better flow of this seam, it would just be that little head bob with I can never remember if it's Koraidon or Miraidon. I think this one's Koraidon. So if it's Koraidon just sitting there chomping. Okay, yeah, it is Koraidon. Good. It is brimming with power. What your Agia? It is not an Agias. Calm down. You didn't. I explained myself and still you refuse. At this point, this feels like a personal slight. What your Agias just consumed is a supplement that enhances a Pokemon's flight capabilities. I prepared it using the leaves of a mysterious plant that was found growing in the terrarium. So if you just like gave this to a fucking, I don't know, like a Pidgeot, your trial becomes meaningless because that motherfucker's just gonna own the skies. Your Agias will be able to soar through the skies as it pleases, but only for the duration of the trial. Alright, so it is definitely fly through the rings. You can fly freely in any direction using the stick. Up, down, got it. So it is inverse. Move the left stick down to... Oh no, it's not inverse. Use it down to fly down, up to up. I was... my brain immediately went to thinking like the old Star Fox controls. That is what everything regarding my flight understanding goes back to. You have all you need to begin the challenge. I wish you luck. No, you don't. You want me to fail because I broke the rules. Did somebody say Superman 64? Gods, no. Let's not even pretend with that, please. Let's continue my horribly not nearly as effectively accurate, my horribly inaccurate, not nearly as good as yours, description regarding Star Fox. Just because Star Fox is a better, more enjoyable game. Wait. Okay, no, I can't do anything yet because it's a countdown. I immediately tried to start my my flying, and I was like, why is this not working the way I want to be the working? Oh, it really doesn't have much of a descent, so you kind of have to know that you want to drop down early. Feather it. Feather it a little bit. I'm sure it's totally unnecessary to feather it there, but it just felt more right. I wish that was more of a challenge than it was. I kind of wanted that to be something. Alright, so they're all the same emblem, but they are colored to the character that we challenge here by the looks of it. I think the last one was pink. This one is kind of a more stone or steel gray. Again, sorry that I'm grabbing my drink there. Hey, Dem, welcome to the stream. How are things going? Whoa, slow down there, Snoopy. What did I... Rigid, what did I do wrong? Anyways, Dem, welcome to the stream. How are things going? Hopefully things are going well. Glad to see you here. It's been a good while since we have heard about the updates regarding Dem and his adventures overseas. Anyways, how are things going? What's been the news? I think last time we discussed it, you were not necessarily having the best of points of time going on, but in the interim, we did get to see some fantastic pictures of the waterfront that you are nearby of. So, look, I don't necessarily know how that correlates to where you were last time you were here when I streamed when you were able to stay, but that is a fucking beautiful view in that picture you shared in the Discord that day. That was an impressive display of punctuality, I must admit. It was satisfying to watch you fly. Congratulations, you have cleared my elite trial. Now, a change of location is required once again. Come. How's my favorite Brit? Wait, Rigid, hold, wait, no, you have to ask for consent first. Not great, to be honest, been on some more adventures, completely fell out with my, shit, man. I'm not even going to read that one out loud, because I don't know if YouTube is going to save the comment or not in a thread after the stream. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't, and I don't know why it doesn't, because it should by default, so I'll leave that as it is for where it is. But reading that, man... I mean my mouth, you sicko. But, Dem, I've been there. I've been exactly there, and I know the shit that goes on there, and I know that feeling of that knife driven into your side and the twist and the pull over that. It's not to say that all of them are the same every time, but any moment in which you are having conflict with a close friend like that, it fucking sucks. So, for what it's worth, and I'm not going to expect you to share the story. You have shared enough in the context of what had happened, but I am going to say that I feel for you, man. There is a sense of a kick in the balls that just that when you know that you've been there and when you know that pain and frustration, that's what I can correlate it to. It is like an emotional kick in the testicles right there. YouTube notifications don't show up on the YouTube page unless I open a new tab. Oh shit! Did they change that? Okay, I used to be able to watch videos and see like if something happens, the little notification popping up in the top right. Because I tend to watch a lot on desktop. I used to be able to notice that while I'm watching a video, but I didn't realize, and I think you're right, that I've been noticing something similar. Either I go from one video to another video, thus refreshing the page, I refresh the page, or I open up a new tab and load up a whole new video stream to watch down the line. Anything that causes the tab to refresh, I think, is what triggers that for me. But I think you're right, I'm having that same issue of not seeing them unless that happens. I didn't even realize that was a thing because when I'm watching a video, I don't necessarily look at it, but it's one of those things that now that you say that, I think I'm getting that too. And yes, Dem, I think it's fair to say anybody listening right now is gonna feel for you over that situation. And yes, as Richard says, we're all hoping things get better for you, man. Anyways, Richard, now that you've come in and dropped that bit of knowledge, thank you very much. I am doing well. Hopefully you are doing well as well. Hopefully things are all going good on your end. Oh, and as I should say every time, welcome to the stream. You've earned the right to face me in battle. Do you wish to begin? I assume she's steel type. It just would be weird for her to be using anything else. Understood. Let's assume our battle positions. Yo, she is absolutely sprinting to her spot, too. Position assumed. She is a freaking robot. This is one thing. There is one thing I wanted to ask you. Yo, she got them glasses thing going, though. It concerns Kieran. What is he to you, Ian? Look, Kieran's a bit of a weird goofball, but we had a moment. We shared something there. He's my weird goofball, and I want to help him. So you consider him a friend? I see. For my part, Kieran is the younger brother of my dear friend, Carmen. Look, I don't hate Carmen either. Like, okay, Carmen terrifies me and did so with far more efficiency when we first met her. But at this point, it's a hilarious quirk and gimmick that is almost... It is starting to become endearing. Something in him has changed, and he is not his usual self. I find this deeply concerning. If possible, I want to be the one to help him. Yo, hold up, are you trying to get in? What is with the weird dynamic of friendships here? Like, we are not talking about friends. This is constantly an unfolding scenario of people trying to get with each other. That's what this feels like. This feels like everyone's just busy trying to get laid. Oh my fucking god, this is high school. God damn it, game. God damn it. Well, my dog barking upstairs seems to tell me that someone is trying to come in right now. Mostly doing good. Trying to work on uploading an instrumental to Smule. Yeah, that's the app you do that you pull the lyrics from and do your covers of, I think. I wrote lyrics... Okay, if I continued, it would make sense. I wrote lyrics for another Elseworld character theme, but keep forgetting how the singer sings a certain part. I make sure to check my subscriptions ASAP because these streams... Look, Rigid, thank you very much. I'm glad that these streams... I'm glad that these streams make you happy. I mean, I spent a month trying to be mates. He rejected everything until I told him to F off. He played the victim. I don't remember when, but there was a discussion about something similar to that on the Discord a while back. I don't know if you were there for that or if you read that or anything, but there is a realm, there was a change in the world. I don't know when, I don't care when, that we shifted into this idea that somehow everybody needs to play the victim about everything at all times, otherwise you like lose your valuable place in society or some shit. And god, that pisses me off, and it creates some of the most petty, hot garbage shit shows of trying to interact with people. You could genuinely be trying to do your utmost to purely help someone, to help rise them up to be what you know they can be as a person, and still they will try to find a way to throw it in your face and beat you down over it, like they're using the concept as a cudgel, as a blunt tool to beat you to death with, and just take the glory points of trying to turn around and tell people that somehow they're made even further a victim. I don't know if that's what's going on with your scenario, but that was in general the concept of the discussion that was had. And it is a social concept that has developed to the point where it is now that just makes me sad. Sad that this is a direction that we're going. Sad that people feel the need to have value in their hurt rather than value in the attempt to become more than their hurt. That's part of it. Like, the hurt becomes a defining factor to these people, and that just saddens me. I don't know. It is a whole deep dive discussion that is way more than I should be doing on a Pokemon stream, where I am just going around beating 4 randos. Okay, 3 randos and a guy who clearly I apparently want to get in his pants of for reasons that we won't get into. Watch the last stream if you have any interest in what the hell that's about. Went around saying a load of stuff about me to the rest of the friends group with the girl, just trying to make anyone fall out with me. Okay, I am going to tell a very rough story, so I'm going to not continue the story here in the game for a second, because I have something here that is... I need to dance with my words and think about this as I say it. I have a dear friend that I grew up with who is prone to acts of promiscuity. He is definitely that kind of guy that is making moves, not when they're unwanted. Once it's become very clear that they're unwanted, he does back off, but he is that kind of guy that comes off way too strong, way too fast, far too often. And he got with this individual at one point in his life. And this is at a time that my friend group was still tighter packed, a little bit more neatly composed, and we were meeting with each other on the regular, hanging out for whatever reason. I'm not going to say when in our lives this was. I don't want to get too detailed in any of the finite descriptors. But this friend of mine was with this girl for a while, a couple of months. And they had a hard falling out. I don't know what the argument was or what the hell caused that serious sudden rift, but it was heavy, it was massive, and she was making claims that he had made forceful advancements on her of a criminal nature. She made these claims. It was a whole thing, and it was a social fire. It was an igniting brush fire socially. Now, when me and some of the other friends in our group heard this, we actually went to where he was staying, and we waited for him to come home. We actually locked him in a room, and it was one of those moments where you've got one guy, 4 other guys in a room, and it was just no one is fucking leaving until we know what happened, until this is hashed out and we feel confident in what's going on. Because this doesn't sound like you, this sounds like some bullshit, but also you danced the line enough that we really need to solidify what's going on here, and we were the kind of group that if this was what the girl had said it was, it would not have been the most... It would have been humbling, let's put it that way. But it was still all of us together, and it was just, no, we're going to stand by this. What the hell's going on? We're going to figure this out. And we all left there absolutely convinced that this was a false claim, and it had to do with a serious falling out that they had and her wanting to take some blood, as it were. And one of the biggest claims as to why this didn't seem legitimate is she was going around willing to make this claim to anyone and everyone that would even bear to listen to the story, but she refused to go to the police. If you're going to go around and you're not telling the story because it hurts and because it's an emotional thing, but you're also going to not go to the people that can do something about it. Anyways, there was a whole social fire that me and my 3 other friends were trying to deal with on this, to try and go with this issue. And eventually, she finally had to break down and come out that she lied about the whole thing. So, what I'm getting at, I guess, is, as I said about being saddened by this shift, that kind of shit doesn't seem to happen anymore. The unifying, the loyalty, the concepts of what friends used to be built on. And again, it sucks, man, that is the feeling of the world we're finding ourselves in now. And now, by virtue of this whole victim point status card, you can throw apart a great foundation and a great thing, a great setup of things sitting there. And I don't think people ever realize what they're doing in the moment anymore until it's too far gone and the pain is starts to set in. So again, knowing what words can do to someone, wielding them like a weapon, in that general sense, again, someone going around and talking about falsities behind your back, I am just going to go out on the assumption that is exactly what's going on, and that absolutely sucks. And I'm sorry that the shift in people's personalities has been such that they don't stick around anymore, it seems, and ride hard. There is very few people these days are ride or die kind of people anymore. Carmen makes I go from that to reading Rigid's comment. Carmen makes quite the cute chihuahua, and no goddamn way that is the most accurate description I could think of. Never trust a chihuahua to not bite your ankles. But it's also just the ankles, Richard. It's not like she's going for the throat. That is such a perfect description. Sorry. That is such a perfect description of Carmen. But I want to continue on, Dem. I don't know to what extent I can say I'm here for you from a fucking nation away, across the goddamn ocean, but if you ever want to talk, you do definitely know where to find me and reach out to me. I respect that you care enough, that you're willing enough to stop the stream to have a heart-to-heart with a friend, to talk about your own experiences on what ails them. It's always, well, Rigid, first of all, thank you. But I have an idea in my head of what I want my streams to feel like. I have an idea that might fall apart should anything ever scale up past a certain size. I want this to feel like, and God willing, always have this concept, even if it becomes harder to do, of the feeling of back in the day, the weekend comes around, school lets out, the weekend comes around, and you're going over to your friend's place. You're going to crack open a bag of Doritos. You're going to open up a Mountain Dew. You're going to sit on the sofa. You're going to talk shit for a couple hours before you go out and do fuck all who knows what for the rest of the weekend. That is the essence of what I try to capture here. I try to have this feel like those days where you're with a friend, and if something is fucking with your life, I want you to know that I'm not selling an idea that I can't... Hold on. Okay. Hey. There we go. I'm not trying to sell an idea that I don't actually live. I don't like the idea of trying to be a fake person doing this. It's... When I first started trying to do YouTube videos and streaming and everything, I was following the advice of what a lot of people were saying online, and it's just... it was wearing a mask, and that fucking pisses me off about myself. The idea that I can't look at myself and be like, I like what I'm doing. The idea that I'm looking in a mirror and just wanting to cuss myself out, you know? So, anyways. Yeah, it's all good. I suppose at this point, Dem, I will leave it at that. And if you do want to chat a little bit further, if you ever want to reach out to me, you're on the Discord, man. Hit me up with a DM. But I don't want to go further down the details of something like this on a stream, because it does start to get a little bit too personal. And there is a range of where do I think is the right level of exposing things to the entirety of the internet. So to jump off to another topic, ended up getting Lego Harry Potter and on year 4 at the moment. Are you talking like the Lego Harry Potter games? Not gonna lie, man, those Lego games are actually weirdly fun. I'd never played them for so long. And on a whim, my brother found a place to pick up, I think, like Lego Jurassic Park or something for like $5. And he was like, for $5, let's fucking try it. And him and I, weirdly enough, just had a stupidly fun amount of time fucking with each other on the Lego games. Yeah, the collection was on sale. But so I've got to say, like, the Lego Harry Potter games, not one I've played, but just off of my experience with Lego Jurassic Park, I kind of want to go through and play the Lego Star Wars, and the Lego Harry Potter would be a fun one as well. All right, picking back up in the story of the game, after that heart-to-heart moment. That being said, I cannot afford to lose. Our battle starts. Yo, she's rocking a fucking pocket watch. I thought I was the only guy that still does that. Well, girl does that, but I plumbing, and yes. Anyways, yeah, no, I carry a pocket watch with me at all times. In my when I wear my jacket, I keep it in the breast pocket, and it is the one of the last large gifts given to me by my grandmother. So I keep it with me. I keep new batteries in it, but I keep it with me always. It's one of those things. So I see the pocket watch and I'm immediately just like, yo, I get it. It's also very stylish being able to reach into your breast pocket and pull out a pocket watch. Nobody expects it. And get ready, Scummery. You too, Doug Trio. We're finishing this battle right on schedule. Are we? Are we finishing this on schedule? Alright, I don't know. I think Doug Trio is still ground steel. I don't think that nullifies the water weakness, so I'm going to build off of that. I'm sure they're going to have access to some options to be a problem for Rigid. I think steel's pretty good. I'm going to take this relatively serious, but also I think unless they both target Rigid, he's going to be good to take a Swords Dance and still swing next turn. So I'm going to do that Swords Dance. Yes, Skarmory's good. It doesn't affect Richard. Rigid's still going to take it. I saw there was a comment about a Lego game, but then you ended up deleting it, Richard, so I'm not going to go any further than the little bit that I did read and leave it at that until you choose to either change your word or move on. But yeah, on the topic, I can't talk up the actual surprise about how enjoyable. I wouldn't necessarily say the games are like groundbreaking or let's see an Ice Fang there. And Rigid did well enough. We're gonna pop another Swords Dance. Rigid is just gonna swole up. He is taking his steroids right now. Wasn't anything important. All right, fair enough. But I am genuinely shocked and surprised by how absolutely enjoyable those Lego games are. They're not groundbreaking. They're not like they're not something I would correlate to like a AAA title of other things. But as a general good fun, did they just like war me or tailwind me or whatever whirlwind me? What did they do? Why is Rigid not out here taking his steroids? I don't like the arena trap bullshit they just did, because that was a strategy I used to use on a team that was a goofy fun one to have. I had a status trap Pokemon, I think it was like Fortress, and it would have like either, I can't remember if it was the rock one or if it was Spikes or whatever it was, but it would put out the arena trap. And all of my other Pokemon were like Roar or Whirlwind was on the table for a move that they had. But then they also had type coverage for necessary engagement. They also had like Protect and some other things to stall out. It might have even been the Poison one, because it might have been a Poison thing that they came out and got poisoned. Point is it was a very annoying bullshit team, and it existed purely to fuck with people. Alright, we're going to Waterfall, Skarmory. I'm not going to swap Ash. Ash is just going to have to take this to the face for a second. Let's double down and make sure Skarmory's out of there. It's a good thing this fight is fairly easy because your attention span is wavering. Rigid, my attention span is always wavering. The sheer volume of ADHD that pumps through my soul when I play these games. You think I pay attention to anything for more than 4 seconds? I play these games with the memory of a goldfish. Okay, but getting another Intimidate out on Empoleon might not be bad either. Alright, Ash is down. Rigid Rat can come back in. We are going to take a few more pointy, sharp rocks. I hope the benefit from the Swords Dance remains. From here, let us Thunderfang the Empoleon, and we are going to Terastallize into the Earthquake. Dem is going to be taking this in the face. I'm sorry, Dem. But look, Rigid man, he's got that roid rage, and I can't hold him back. Rigid is out here, needles in both arms, just screaming that he wants blood, and I can't hold him back. At the very least, you took a shot on your way out. That Empoleon is getting the fuck out of here. Dem hanging on! If you are not targeted by the Skarmory, that is gonna be fucking goats. Bro, fucking go for it. What are you trying here? Who are you bringing out at this point? Abso-fucking-lutely, I'm sticking to this. Vulpix can take this shot. Dem is fucking... He is getting his snack here. Ground versus flying. Yeah, I wasn't worried about taking the Skarmory out with that. I was worried about taking the Empoleon out. The Empoleon's water typing was what threw me off as far as like the bigger threat. Alright. Dem, grab that, oh, wait, no. Let's do this a different formula here. Fire Fang, and on Vulpix, we'll pop that Max Potion. Also, as far as building Rigid up as a Pokemon, he is basically the Earthquake machine. So, knowing that Scarberry is already going to be causing an issue as far as being hit by that, and I kind of knew that going in. That was not the concern. The concern was me pouring so many turns into Swords Dancing with Rigid and running the risk of losing him to an Apollyon. But let's just focus on the fact that you held in there and took a double Swords Dance beefed up rat, slamming the ground with full force, enough to body the Apollyon. You took that shot to the face and screamed, "Come at me, bro." Oh, man. Yeah, we're going to do the crunch on the Runiculus. And we will also leech life on the Runiculus. Again, we're not taking the Earthquake shot, but we're going to get this guy out of here. Alright, the speed rising is a problem. Metagross. Okay, you know what? That's kind of good. I can't fault that. That's a good one. Especially because my team is largely physical kickers. So yeah, that's a thing. Alright, let's see here. I'm going to pop a max revive on Ash. Get Ash back in this fight. Time is short. Let's wrap this battle up. I'm one strong rat. Time to take out the garbage. I can't remember if Metagross has, like, Levitate, and that's what's kind of fearing me on this. The Oka Berry was used up. Yo, hold up! Again, they think that they can fuck with Dem. Dem is just tanking this shit. For what it's worth, Rigid, you came in here and did absolutely what you had to do. Okay, so Metagross has Clear Body, so I don't have to worry about any, like, Levitate or anything like that. Oh man, okay, this is probably dumb, but I am going to commit to making sure Scissor is down. Yeah, okay, fair enough. Holy shit, what was that? I just heard something fall upstairs. The Metagross has Steel-type Crush Grip, essentially. Yeah. Okay, okay, I'm gonna swap into Ogerpon, and I'm gonna see what the damage plays out like, because I actually think I can top off Richard, and Ash can continue to do some damage. So on Ogerpon's turn, let's top off Richard, make sure he is in full fighting shape when he comes out, because he's gonna be taking some rocks no matter what. And Ash can go in. I could dig, but Ash is gonna come in. Whoa! No! Fuck! Shit! God damn it! Okay, it does swap over. I was thinking in like older games where that doesn't happen, and I panicked. I absolutely thought I just fucked that up. I accidentally double clicked, and it just went right through with the yeah. Whoops. I'm glad that new games switch it up like that. 'Cause back in the day, There were a lot of games that had it so that if you had defeated an opponent you chose to attack, it ate your turn and you did nothing. And that would be fucking stupid of me in a game like this. So, okay, that went out fairly well, and Richard was still waiting in the wing, ready to come in and finish the job if he had to. My dumbass falling through on that. I am not enough. I see. Hold up, you get some big-ass prize money from these fights. 12K for one fight. The hell are these blueberry students out here just being so fucking loaded? The strength of one's Pokemon reflects the strength of one's beliefs. Your desire to help Kieran is evidently greater than my own. No, fuck you! How frustrating. Alright then. Time for a photo. We must ensure that your victory here is properly commemorated. The little her of all people. That's kind of fun. The Ogerpon also gets access to Spiky Shield. I'm always running that on mine because I love that move. I don't know Spiky Shield. I'll have to look into that and see if it's worth using that instead of maybe like grassy terrain, or if it is a damaging move, if it's better than the Cudgel. But I kind of like the idea of just beating people with a big cane. Remember what I said about this this DLC bit of the mission is just everybody trying to get laid? Last girl gives me mixed signals. She shoots me down, but then tells me I'm cute. This girl realizes that I'm the shit, and although she's a hard ass with a stick up her butt, she turns around and tells me, you know, hey yo, hard press. Just say it. And then, of course, we have the situation that shan't be named that Rigid partook in the sharing of from last stream. It's up to you to help Kieran, Ian. I entrust my wish to you. Time for me to go. So long. It's like if the move Protect had rough skin. Yeah, alright, yeah, I can kind of see that. Yo, champ in the making. So that's 2 Elite Four members down already. You sure are crushing it. Ugh. Not the only thing I'm going to be crushing, Drayton. Amarys sure leaves an impression, huh? It's wild seeing her and Carmen talk. You never guess it, but they click in a weird way. It's pretty funny to watch. The thing about Amarys is, well, as rigid as she looks, she's got a sensitive streak a mile wide. Yeah, the droop of the hair, it's actually just like selling it. Remember that about her, okay? Even if it's hard to tell from outside. It seems like things are going well in the BB League. Right, Ian? What's up, mighty champions? Scoping out the competition. I was getting worried. It'd be so disappointing if Ian had gotten weaker. But you seem as strong as ever, thankfully. Ian, go all the way. Kieran, again! Why is everything about... Oh, don't go losing. Yeah, no, okay. Yeah, I can do that. I can't show you how strong I've gotten if you don't ever make it to me. Someone's good and riled up. Anyway, you got places to be, right? I better not keep you. See ya. Good luck with the remaining Elite 2. He says that knowing full well he is one of them. All right, let me see what we're working with here. We have the fire guy left, and then we have Best Boy. So I am going to finish with the. I have not been here, so I don't have the little. Oh, uh-oh. Well, okay then. I'm going to go this way and fly there. That was west of where I am, I believe. Anyways, I am going to save Drayton and I's one-on-one romp together for next stream. But I am going to finish off the 3 lesser challenges. I say that mildly, lovingly. I swear. Keep jumping, flying, hopping, bobbing, weaving. If I can dodge a Pokemon, I can dodge a ball. No! I tried to turn left last second. Ran right into the trap inch. Although, if Trapinch can survive a good old crunching, might be worth grabbing while we're here. Never mind, not worth grabbing while we're here. Alright, how close am I? I've got... Alright, so I gotta start working my way a little bit south now. There he is. I will say, it is very weird and odd, in my opinion, the layout of these areas. Like, the fact that your structures and your buildings are all built with these, like, almost pseudo-Tron cube things. Something about that just feels a little weird and out of place with how otherwise greatly put together this place feels as a concept. We got some straight up, like, Duelist Kingdom vibes going on here. The fire guy is the easiest, but he has the most interesting trial. Oh, hold up. No, wait, I'm not. I want to make... Wait, no! There we go. Alright, I wanted to check on what the team dynamic was because they're going to be dual battles. I wanted to double check and make sure I had my squad up front. Which, by the way, running into a fire type with you two up front kind of seems a little unfair, but we'll see how it goes. You'll need to hand over 50 BP if you want to take on the elite trial here. Are you ready and willing to pay? You people just reaching into my wallet and taking everything I have, aren't you? Thank you very much. Duly received and noted. Hey, Crispin! An order's coming for you! Coming right up. Oh, hey, I saw you in the cafeteria. You're Ian, right? Just the person to get my energy pumping. I feel like I'm cooking at a nice simmer over here. But we gotta move somewhere else for this next part. Follow me. It is, I will consider this when you say that he's got the most interesting trial. Because I'm not gonna lie, I actually really liked the flying one. It just felt too easy. But the idea was kind of fun. I've been waiting for a fiery challenger like you. Taking on the Elite Four pretty much right after coming to our school. Now that's lit. No wonder Kieran and Drayton like you. See? He knows! He sees it! He understands! Crispin out here with like his cooking puns, but actually the only one with that little bit of cognizant awareness of what's going on. I spoke too soon. And if I'm being honest, you've kindled my curiosity too. Everyone wants to bang me! I should warn you though, my trial's no cakewalk. My elite trial is putting together a... Bro, you... Good? You look like you're trying to squeeze one out, man. Do I need to, like... Look, with the... I get it, you're the fire guy, but if you're going to be leaving something steaming here, we're going to have to go somewhere else. And I mean super spicy. I want something so hot. Bro, you're going to be breathing flames out of both ends. You're already trying. I know what you're thinking. That sounds easy, right? But you can't use your own ingredients. You have to negotiate with the League Club members around here to get what you need. Once you think you have all the right ingredients, come back and talk to me. Then I'll judge your sandwich making skills with my own 2 eyes. Don't make me actually make a sandwich. I hate that mini game and I'm fucking garbage at it. The key to cooking any dish is picking the right ingredients. The rest is easy as pie. No, it isn't! The mini game sucks and it's all about balance and I can't fucking... I'm garbage! Are you ready to take on my elite trial, Ian? That is my answer. That is my official canon answer. Sweet. Give me a hot minute to get everything set up. As a great band once said, high school never ends. First things first, negotiate with the League Club members to get some ingredients. You need to make a super spicy sandwich. That should already be a clue for what you need. Once you've got all the ingredients to whip up your sandwich, come give me a holler. Alright then, let's start this now. Can I just go, like, get one of the, like, spicy herba mysticas and just have you, like, blow out your ass just upon smelling my sandwich? I've got some potato salad if you want. You'll have to beat me in a battle to get it, though. I don't want your potato salad. Potato salad has no heat to it. It's the blandest white boy fucking picnic food you can get. 3 ingredients if you bring the right chili sauce. I wonder if anyone has any lovely green cucumbers to spare. How about you? If you have a cucumber, hold on. Does it? Oh, but I can't use my own ingredients even to trade. Yeah, that's what I thought. Damn it. Oh wow, you don't have any ingredients at all. Come back when you once you've gathered some ingredients. Seriously? Don't tell me I have to battle everyone anyways, and then it's just a matter of fetch questing this, right? Alright, chorizo, that's some pretty... Eggs. I think I bought too much marmalade, and I really don't need all this mustard either. Would you be willing to trade your vinegar for either my marmalade or mustard? God damn you. And let me guess. You fucking want some, Oh shit, there's somebody on the other side of the field. One of you all are going to be wanting the potato salad. I got to get the potato salad, and then I'm going to trade to the guy for 3 ingredients, trade your 3 ingredients, get something absolutely hot garbage, and trade it for the last person's item. Y'all suck! Well, I'm in a fine pickle I am. I'm missing 2 whole ingredients. Listen, I'll give you a super spicy jalapeno if you front me some prosciutto and olive oil. Well, homeboy, what's up? We all know jalapenos are super spicy, and guess what? I've got some. And I'll also have you know I'm good at battles. Like, really good. You look like you want a jalapeno. So I'll give you a choice. Do you want to battle me for some? Or buy some off of me for 50 BP? Bro, hands up! Like I said, I'm really strong. I think you might regret your decision. Also, Crispin sounds very close to my first name. was going to say it, but I don't know if you want me to, so I will shut myself up on there. Which, by the way, you actually share a name with one of my older friends growing up. By older, I mean furthest back into my childhood, not older than me. I am still the old man, even there. Alright, so let's pop the waterfall on the Torkoal. And again, Richard can avoid the earthquake, so let's just shake shit up. I loved this quest. I'm not gonna lie, if I wasn't so used to playing RPGs all the time, fetch quests are a dime a dozen, so it really doesn't strike me as like particularly super unique or interesting, so it just feels bland and normal to me. If that wasn't the case, the interactions and the way that it technically feels like it plays out like a puzzle thing to solve, that feels a little bit more enjoyable. I would be able to get behind that. But I'm shit talking it because it's one of those things that I have seen time and time and time and time again. I mean, air quotes, a trial. Everybody just wants to drain Rigid. Literally, this entire match, Rigid has been getting sucked off. Alright, let's slap another waterfall out there, and you know what? Get in there with those fangs, Rigid. Unfortunately, if it's another Giga Drain, might be enough to hurt me. Yeah, I was hoping we'd heal a little bit more than that. Because it really wouldn't need to be much more of a threshold to buffer for you to be able to technically survive it. I was hopeful. Didn't work out. Let's send Vulpix out there, finish the job. You see, the problem is that I didn't Swords Dance right out of the gate. That's what really fucked me, right? That's a whole lot of pain, yo. What a burn. Give me those jalapenos. I see you're a jalapeno-worthy trainer. Bruh, I am growing that shit. Like, literally, like, not in-game, I grow jalapenos. Well familiar. Do you want mayonnaise? I'll share some with you, but only if you can defeat me. Fine, but again, mayonnaise just... It's good on a sandwich, it moistens the bread. It helps carry a little bit of that. But like on a spicy sandwich, it just cuts the heat. If I want homeboy to be blowing out his ass later, I can't be cutting that heat. They won't stop getting jalapeno business. I will say though, the dual pyroar is kind of fun. Everyone knows that with lions, it's the women you gotta watch out for. Also, I'm gonna take that to people as well. It's the women you gotta watch out for. Pardon me while I pour another drink. Gotta maintain myself well hydrated, otherwise my throat is gonna be rougher than if I was chewing sandpaper all day. There you go. Give me the mayonnaise. I may have underestimated you. I am delivering that line with the same level of disappointment I feel the fact that you even said it. Here's some mayonnaise like I promised. It's really good, so spread the word. Spread the word like you spread the mayonnaise. You. Here, let me heal up your Pokemon so there's no sour. I'm building a spicy sandwich. What is with the sour? It's the lady lions that do the chefs. I mean, hunting. Look, I'm not sure if you're a particular fan of like football, Rigid, but what I can tell you is the lions don't offer much in the way of intimidation or fear. I've often wondered, maybe we would be better with a team of lady lions. We'd at least sell more tickets. Man, I've got a hankering for some of that. Yeah, I know. 3 ingredients for it. Yo, hold up. Did I already get? No, I didn't already get. Where is you, lady? Get over here. Give me some of that white boy fucking pudding. That's basically what it is. Fucking Irish salad. I'll mash you like a potato. Don't you fucking talk to me like that. We're out here with literally looking for the spice of life, and you're out here with a goddamn potato salad. Which, by the way, is arguably made simple enough with just mayonnaise and potatoes. As I said, cutting the heat. Obviously, that's a very shit potato salad, but like that is the bulk of your potato salad right there. Oh shit, I think Electros. I think that's one that can avoid. Oh. And that is gonna be ×4 to Richard. We're gonna take the swords dance. This could be a problem. They almost won last year's Super Bowl. I really wish they did. I wish they did, but I'll be honest, Rigid. When I'm sitting down with a lot of my family members who are big sports fans, and they're sitting here talking about how great they're doing, and how everything is going fantastically, and the team's looking great, they got a real shot this year. I was the only guy who still to this day was just like, look, from my understanding, the way the Lions play most of their games, when they will lose, but it's always like, oh, but just barely, is they actually have a really fucking good first half. They can come out of the game playing strong, but they always seem to fuck it up in that back end. So that is the same approach I take with their ability to play ball on an actual scale up to the entirety of the season. So when I sat down and I got my uncle who's hyping him up, and he's talking about the bets he's made and the money he's going to be making. I am the only guy who came out and I was just like, look, $40 that they're going to just fuck it up at the end. It's the way they play the game. It's the way they live their life. I made that $40, I'll tell you. We'll take the crunch. Rigid is out here still swords dance. God, but the earthquake's not gonna fucking hit him. Pop another swords dance. While you're out here, just take those steroids, Rigid. That's what those swords are. They're just the needles you're pulling out. You're hitting yourself with that fucking Bane venom right now. I'm going to swap into Ogrepon, and he's going to sit back and just watch as you grab this Electros, You can't like break its spine because it's like that weird fishy eel thing. But you're just gonna whip it around and smash its head right against that rock in the background. It's exactly how it's gonna play out. Speaking of, yeah, we'll do the leech life because of the accuracy 100. Fine, fair enough. I wanted to do the rocks just for the added effect, but at an accuracy of 90, it's got too much of a chance to fuck up. At least they aren't the Indianapolis Colts because they blow chunks, especially now. Fair enough. Yes! I can hear the voice of the potato smell. Who is this psycho chick? I want away from this person. I am in stranger danger. Don't touch me. Don't talk to me. Get away from me territory. I don't want your potato salad. This is fucked up. We have seen some absolute whack jobs in this in the Pokemon story this time round, but like that is the most terrifying person here. That is the person to watch out for. That lady right there, she is the person currently with a Glock in her pants, just waiting for someone to say some shit about her potato salad. Everybody here right now is currently at risk. And it's that fucking person right there that's the problem. At least this guy's just like, bro, I just kind of want to eat some potato salad. But like, he doesn't even know that it's potato salad. He knows that it's like, it's beneath him. He's just got a weird craving. And for that, I can get it. I understand that. I hate being an Indiana resident because we treat sports teams like gods despite our basketball team being the only halfway decent one. Psycho chicks are the best. I don't know what you mean. Look! If it's them... Okay, hold on. Wait. Obviously, we have the old classic rule, never stick your dick in crazy, but let's be honest, sometimes you need that little bit of, you need that extra spice. But there's crazy in the way that you want, and then there's crazy like talking to potato salad. I'm sorry, Dem, I can't get on board with this one. If she was like screaming and like just throwing a fit and acting all crazy and I don't know, high and mighty or whatever, look, at least that's passion that can come with me to the room, you know? But you're talking about the kind of crazy that talks to potato salad and drives a knife into your rib cage like the second you take your shirt off. That's the wrong kind of crazy. I want the crazy that bites my neck when she's screaming my name. I don't want the crazy that's going out and buying the shovel to bury my body with. Yes, this is it. You won't believe how much I've been craving potato salad all day. Here you go. 3 ingredients in exchange for your potato salad. Alright, we got onion, cucumber, and some prosciutto. I know the prosciutto somebody wanted, but we also have a cucumber. I didn't realize the first time, but it's the lady that wants the cucumber. They really dropped the ball on that one. Come on, guys. Yeah, I will trade the cucumber, but I want the chili sauce. Wow, you even sliced it for me. Okay, at least we acknowledge that it's sliced. That's infinitely better than where we were going. Crazy in a bratty sense is hot. Crazy in a murderous sense is not. Let's see if you can get this trivia question. If you do, I'll give you 3 ingredients. What do you get when you mix eggs, oil, and vinegar? Tell me if you've got it. Mayonnaise. I know, I make my own mayonnaise. I was like, what? Really? Am I giving up the mayonnaise because I'm okay with that? I don't need the mayonnaise. 3 whole ingredients at once. We get the egg, the olive oil, and the vinegar. We get all the makings to make our own mayonnaise without actually having the mayonnaise. Now give me those chorizos. I want some eggs. I really want some eggs. You got any eggs? I'll trade you something that'll really broaden your horizons. Bro, you've got the better item just in general. Just fucking eat your sausage, bro. Marmalade and mustard. Would you be willing to trade your vinegar for either my marmalade or my mustard? Give me that mustardy goodness. I don't need the marmalade. That doesn't make sense to me. I'll give you a super spicy jalapeno if you can find some prosciutto and olive oil. Wait a minute. I wonder if the stats for like the spiciness stack because I already have jalapeno, but neither of the items he's asking for are things I need for heat. Prosciutto is fucking tasty, but it's not spicy. But if I can get 2 jalapenos, I mean, that's more jalapeno per bite, right? Alright, I don't need the marmalade. The marmalade makes no sense, and I think everybody else is tapped out. Alright, let's give it a go. If nothing else, we should be able to make a spicy enough sandwich to be, I mean, I'd almost dare say somewhat tasty. I can tell you're cooking on high heat. Looking forward to something extra spicy then. Alright, we want the jalapenos, we want the chorizo, and like it or not, onion does actually have a little bit of heat. When you get a nice potent onion, they kind of have that little bit of extra little bite in the back end. We need the chili sauce. Mayonnaise cuts the heat, that's terrible. Mustard on its own isn't anything super great, but I think it would go great on the sandwich, and I don't mind because I think the soft ingredients here, the condiments, I don't have to apply myself. They don't affect my my placing of ingredients. And the fiery pick. I want eggs! Hands him a solosis. Alright, let's see here. The chorizo is a pain in the ass to work with. So I am actually gonna build this sandwich like a fucking troglodyte. Like a savage that needs to be put down. And just leave all the sausages off to one side. I hate the way that it plays with my eyes looking at that though. I think the onions I can put off to the side out here. And the shape of the onion can help me keep the jalapenos in the center of the sandwich. And hopefully not lose them off the side to an unfortunate mess. Alright. This is not the way anybody should ever fucking make a sandwich. But Pokemon doesn't care about making actual sandwiches. They care about their fucking minigame! We've got a sausage just like soaking its way through the bread down there. Managed to figure out the Smule issue I mentioned earlier. Oh yes, the issue with your song that you're working on. I took a second there. I was like, what? I took a second and had to double check on my brain as to what you were talking about with Smule. The half and half spicy fuck witch. God damn it. That's a good name. I like that. The spicy fuck witch. Yo, but I fuck with that. Come on, my guy. You wanted heat. Whoa! This isn't spicy anymore. It's just pain. I'm burning all the... God. So, I've mentioned in my Discord before that I do grow peppers, and I like peppers. I grew some ghost peppers, and I grew some Carolina Reapers. And I like ghost peppers. I can work with ghost peppers. Ghost peppers can give a little bit of flavor in when worked into things. On their own, they're not particularly great, in my opinion at least. But they do bring a lot of heat and a lot of that to it. And they have their own tasting notes. Now, maybe it was just my pepper and it's not the way they're supposed to be. I don't know. But when I was growing them, I found them to have a particularly bitter note about them. They were spicy, they were bitter, and so I had to play with them off of that. And using them through ingredients and making use of them in certain ways was a lot better than trying to just eat a pepper like that. Obviously, I did for the sake of going through all of that. The Carolina Reaper is this, in my opinion. There is no flavor that I can distinctly pull from. There's nothing there that's enjoyable to me for it. It just was hurt. At least the ghost pepper, there were like elements to it and I could pick up on something and I was able to think about how I can use that in actual other foods, which by the way, my favorite thing I did with them is I worked them into the inner stuffings and made some deep fried stuffed jalapeno poppers, and that was some fucking tasty shit. Flaming Hot Cheetos versus Takis, basically. Again, like, I find both of those to be flavorful enough and enjoyable. But there's actually, like, there's something there that doesn't just hurt to hurt. Even the spiciest of souls would love that super spicy sandwich. So you know what? I think I can already give you my verdict. You pass. That was absolutely perfect. Your sandwich brought the heat like nothing else. I will say, if you have had the flaming hot Cheetos that they sell with like they have like a pepper twist to them of some variety. I can't remember offhand if it's like a spicy cheddar jalapeno, if that's what they call it. But I've had those are my new favorite, like, crunchy snack food item. They're so fucking tasty, and they have no right to be that good for how absolutely god-awful bad they are for my stomach. For my life in general. I'm gonna enjoy the... Crispin! Seriously! I get it, but why does everybody just want my dick? I'm gonna enjoy the tingle on my tongue as we head back to the plaza. Welcome, V. I am, sorry you heard what you just heard, but this has been the running theme about this fucking game. I swear to God, this is one of those things where it's just... Things are far too easy to take in certain directions, and it almost seems intentional some of the time. That one was less intentional, but I swear, there have been moments that are just too obvious. Anyways, welcome to the stream. How are things going for you? Well, that wraps up the trial. So now it's time to face me in an elite battle. Y'all prepped and ready to take me on? Yeah, you know what, sure, just get it on with. Coming right up. Watch out, because I'm cranking up the heat. And then again, his stance of getting hyped up just looks too much like he's trying to squeeze one out. It is just goofy. Doing great, thanks for asking. Well, great to have you here, and love, always, hearing that people are having a good time. And yes, Richard, as I said, hopefully V is doing well. So, Ian, I take it there's some messy history between you and Kieran, huh? I mean, it's not even messy. Like, he just seemed like a good, sweethearted kid and then lost himself in, I don't know, depression? And then the bubbling teen angst? Is there someone peeping at us through that fuck? Who is... What? I thought that was a face in the little crack. I actually had to get closer to my screen. I am sorry. I thought there was someone peeping on us in the middle of our match. It's the fucking tree in the background. And it sure seems like Drayton's cooking up something fishy too. Gah! Everything's getting so complicated. Motherfucker just coming in here and dropping the most absolute legit statement in this entire DLC pack. Can't you all just get over yourselves? If you want to say something, just say it. If you want to do something, just... Look, hold on. I don't appreciate the sentiment after we just talked about Drayton. If you want to do something, just do it. I'm EV training my I need to pull this up and read that. My back's caliber. Okay, yeah. I don't do a lot of competitive work. Whenever I do anything that even could dance with the idea of any competitive nature, I'm one of those guys that like the dumb, everyone hates it troll options. I've mentioned before, the only times I've done anything in that realm, I had a trap set up with like the spiky rocks or whatever, or the spikes, and a team of whirlwind and roar Pokemon to just constantly cycle them out with buffing, healing, stalling options. And then of course there was, I've mentioned before, one of my favorite ones because it involves one of my favorite Pokemon as the primary focus, was building up a team to allow me to send in a Mimikyu to ride through like accuracy debuffs and paralysis stalling and other things like that. The entire purpose was for my Mimikyu to come in and easily outspeed anything it could come up against, and it would just sit there and swords dance, and even if shit went terribly for me, I was almost guaranteed to get off 3 or 4 swords dances. And then just having Mimikyu sweep an entire team by virtue of outspeeding everything. But yeah, as far as like any competitive work goes, I don't do a whole lot of that. So I'm curious how the Baxcalibur goes. I'm not the kind of guy who wastes time sweating the small stuff. I battle because I want to battle, and you know what? That's how it should be. I'm Crispin, the Elite 4 rep in this here, a Savannah biome. I want to win, so that's exactly what I'll do. Unironically, I just feel bro energy from this guy right now. Now then, time to get cooking. Wait, no, time to start battling. Alright, what are we working with here? The Talonflame might be a problem, so we're going to just waterfall that guy right out of the gate. Rotom could be a problem, slapping Richard, but again, the levels are pretty well in my favor, even if Rotom uses an electric move and hits him with the ×4, that's all the more reason that I can buy time and Swords Dance with Rigid. Just let Rigid beef himself up. That is the game plan for everything. I love the music drop. It got serious. I assume you mean in this battle, because yes, it kind of did. I asked because at the start of this stream, if you had gone back and checked that. Oh, wait. Shit! Missed the dialogue. Let me catch it on my... You're really gonna douse the flame if you keep using a move like that. There you go. Anyways, yeah, at the start of the stream, I actually opened up with a, Okay, yeah, that was Richard that got hit. I thought that was Rigid. I started the stream with a song for the first time. It was a unique thing for me, and I wasn't sure if that's what you were referencing. But yes, all of the music from the battles in this game have been, unironically, I think Scarlet and Violet has had some of the absolute most bangers out of a lot of their music this time around. You'll oftentimes get a lot of great tunes from the Pokemon games, but they're not always winners, you know? Alright, this might be a dumb thing to do, but I'm going to terrestrialize and go into the Earthquake. I'm just, I know Talonflame will be fine. Talonflame's going to survive it just fine because of the flying. I don't see why it shouldn't hit Rotom. Yo, Richard holding on by the skin of his ass cheeks. Yeah, there we go. I kind of knew Richard was going down. That was exactly where that was going to be going all along. Oh, shit. Rotom does have Levitate. That sucks. Alright, let's send Ash out here because I think Extreme Speed should be able to finish off Talonflame. It was pretty low, right? Man, that's kind of playing with fire. Maybe I don't. Yeah, I know. I mentioned that at the start. Gyarados being ×4 to any electric moves Rotom swings was kind of going to be a problem. Alright, let's see if we can outspeed Talonflame. If not, it is what it is, but I'm going to have to swap over to the Rock Slide. You healing bastard. Yeah, I like the Area Zero soundtrack. I am gonna have to heal that that burn though, because that is cutting into my attack. That is cutting into my attack a lot. Ah, that feels like that. God damn. That hurts. What the hell are you doing not having the giant tall boy? What is wrong with you? He's not gonna leave it at that, right? Like that's his plan to terrestrialize it and make it fire type. Pop a burn heal. The AI Sada and Turo is such a good song. Absolutely it is, but also that entire fight was unfair, unjust, and that hurt me on a deep and emotional level. Not because it was hard, not because it was a challenge to get through, not because it was such a cool, unique party system. They took my mommy Sada from me. Yeah, that hurt. And the fire damage. This dude out here absolutely being a bitch. He is trolling me and I don't like it. Alright, we're gonna pop that fire thing. I'm not letting Rigid fall. This is fucking stupid. It's stupid of me to be this committed to the bit, but I'm fucking doing it anyways. Do I not have any? Oh. Oh, I do have a full restore. I was like, where the hell are full restores? I put too much work into Rigid. God damn it, he's going to get his work done. I don't think I will ever forgive the Pokemon Company for rug pulling me the way, and I mean this in like the good way, but also the yes, it is still a thing. That the emotional ripping of my heart that they did with the reveal of Mami Sada. It does no good digging because... Okay, hold on. Wait, maybe there's... Okay, Vulpix I'm willing to just lose into the fight, so I'm going to swap Ash out, and I'm going to use Rigid to Rock Slide, hopefully dealing with the Rotom. Please don't burn me again. That was so fucking... That set me back so far, Rotom, you asshole. There we go, I'm good with that. There we go, the Rotom's out of here. Gotta hit hard. This is way past rad. Thank you very much. Man, but... Alright, Vulpix stays in for the possible sacrifice. I can't imagine they're going to... I can't imagine the AI is going to willingly turn down such a tasty bait. But even if they do, we're popping the all-in Earthquake. This is what Rigid was built for. He will shine one way or another. There we go. Again, it's exactly what I knew was going to happen, and I don't care. Tear the place down, Rigid. Pull that Mag Mortar back into your rat nest. Oh, whoops. Gotta swap in someone new. Man, I gotta say, Dem took an Earthquake before like an absolute champ. We'll see how this plays out this time. Time to sit on the competition with my whole ass. Look, Rigid, if you're gonna do it, that's the way to do it. Never do anything half-assed. All ass all the way. Half-ass is for quitters. Around here we give the whole ass. 2 cheeks! The fact that Arvin lost both of his... Okay. Oh, hold on. Time to terrestrialize and really turn up the heat. Go on, Blaziken, burn bright red. Okay, I managed to catch that in time. Anyways, when I played through the main storyline for the first time, I did both Scarlet and Violet. I did Scarlet as a completely blind playthrough. I knew almost nothing going into this generation of Pokemon. And I wanted to highlight and focus heavily on what this game brought to the party, and I'm sorry, Dem, it was probably bound to happen eventually. What this game brought to the party on its own, of its own merit. And when we got to that part of the story, I actually had a little bit of an emotional meltdown when we realized everything about Arvin, and no joke, it ended with Arvin just... There is an emotional character attachment to Arvin that I don't think we've had in a Pokemon game in a long time. But add to all of that, the entire wrap-up was... Like, I was calling that shit out from the very beginning. It is one of the few times that I genuinely felt playing through the Pokemon game that there was a scene in which we, the player... If you remember back in the day with Pokemon, you used to have like the whole asshole rival trope. I felt like we were that asshole rival, and that was unique and interesting. Hey, it's been a great stream as always. I'm going to head off now. Have a good one. Yeah, Dem, man, again, with everything going on, all I can say is I hope you have a good one, man. And, enjoy the night. I wanted to win this, but I lost. Woo! That was amazing. We cranked the heat all the way up, eh, Ian? I love battles, and I love cooking, because they're both so easy to understand, but, much like with cooking, hard to master. In battles, you either win or lose. With cooking, your dish is either... Hold on! Are you telling me you only know 2 flavors? Spicy and get this shit out of my face? With cooking, your dish is either spicy or not spicy. Your cooking is either fucking Louisiana Bayou flavored or fuck off. Simple, right? If you ain't cooking Cajun gumbo, man, the fuck you even doing? But right now, the mood in the League Club feels, I don't know, off? It's so frustrating. I wish I knew how we could go back to being the fun club we were before. But hey, didn't mean to douse the flames there. You were real strong, Ian. Let me see if I can transfer that burning heat from our battle to my frying pan. Dude, that is... I can't get over the pose. Look at him. I'll whip you up something great. And then he cheats anyways, cooking with his Pokemon. Where's that burning passion heating up your pan, bro? Also, like, if he really wanted some crazy heat, he'd be out here cooking with what is it, Magcargo? What was that Pokedex entry? Something about it being like as hot as the goddamn sun or some shit. The Pokemon that exists in a room and everybody just melts. Here, I'll also give you one of my favorite moves to serve up a little. Alright, a little temper flare. I can get behind that. That feels a little emotionally accurate. Just marches off. I've got no clue how to manage the temperature of anything besides when I'm cooking. So all I can say is, crank up the heat all you want in the BB League, Ian. We've got 1 man left. And he is a man. Surely the guy is on meds. Absolutely. There is something off with him that I could vibe with that idea. Yo, 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 champ in the making. That's 3 of the Elite 4 you've trounced now. Seeing how far you're getting is, making me sweat a little. I am beyond convinced now that Drayton 100% just wants my body for what it is. Crispin's no pushover. He's just super straightforward. I think that's kind of part of his charm, you know? We used to all chow down on Crispin's cooking after the club activities let out. Man, those were the days. Guess he's been worrying about the way things are too, in his own way. You know, bud, seeing skills like yours up close and personal really leaves an impression. No wonder it had such an effect on Kieran. Yes, but enough about that. I guess your Elite 4th match is gonna be against me. Nice of you to save the best for last. You gave me plenty of time to get ready. See you soon. Show us what you got. Vivian, welcome to the stream. How are things going? Hopefully things are going well. I have not seen you stream in a while. Are things going well? And I hope your health isn't the reason for any of my missing, and I hope that it is entirely because Twitch has stopped giving me updates. Not gonna lie, that has been absolutely aggravating. Magcargo is supposed to be hotter than the sun for some reason. Also, Mutt kills plant life as it walks. Zoroark shows... No fucking joke. Is that actually the canon lore? Is that Zoroark shows spicy illusions to horny people? No fucking way they actually have that be a real thing. And yes, Shedinja stealing the player's soul. Apparently, a banana clicker game has recently gone viral on Steam. Yes, I'm familiar with the idea that it's gone viral. I have no idea why, and I'll be honest, I used to play a lot of clicker games just because they were something that I could have run in the background, and it's something I could check in on every 10-15 minutes when I was working at the time. I'll be so real, a lot of things are shit in life right now, but we're working on it, or at least trying to. Viv, if there's any way I can help you, I think you're already in on my Discord, and if you aren't, I know that you and I have had direct messages on Discord before. You can hit me up on there. If there's anything I can do to help you, let me know. Even if it seems weird and out there, you know, just worst I can say is no, right? But I worry about you, and I hope as you are working on it, things go well for you. And yes, V, I assume those wows are about the budding relationship that was had moments ago, because that I often have moments when I do these streams that I would say embody the idea of the running gag of I'm not gay but, and something about Drayton pushed it to like absurd degrees. It is not right, and it just spiraled further and further out of control, and at this point I'm all in on the joke. I can't turn it off. There are no breaks. It's all gas all the way. I am an idle clicker game addict myself, so I don't judge. Yeah, I wouldn't say I was an addict. It was one of those things that was a fun thing for me to have up on my second monitor while I do my work. But again, those things for me only hold enjoyment so long. When you're going through and you're on your like 4th or 5th reincarnation with all of those big bonuses, and you're not seeing anything new anymore, it's like, well, yeah, I'm pretty much done. I put the Zoroark entry in the disc. Hold up. I need to let me just. Seeking to ease the burdens of solitude, lonely trainers tell Zoroark to show illusions to them. Finishing my drink on that one because damn, the thirst is real. God damn, no fucking joke, that's a thing. I plan on opening comms eventually. I can't stream since internet has been really unstable, but I also don't like being given donations without working for it. Just catch a break to organize, but thanks y'all for the kindness. It means a lot. Viv, if it really is an upsetting thing to you on the idea of donations without a work for it, I know you have a bit of an artistic side to you. If you have any want for maybe some rough commission work, if you don't want a handout, I can probably come up with something to justify a reasonable work if you want to do something for it and feel you've earned it. Well, that sounded like my dog's having a moment upstairs. I apologize for that. But again, as always, if you obviously I myself am also a broke ass bitch, so there's only so far I can go, but I could definitely work with you and make something happen if we had to come up with something. I definitely want to see you rise, and I crudely make, I don't want to say crude, that sounds like I'm being rude about it. I do come in and I make the promotion, you know, my Prince of the Final Fantasy 14 sessions. But I do genuinely want to see you pursue doing what you want to do. It's just a way I go about this shit, and I love to promote that stuff. So if it's in my power to help, I want to help. I want to see you be able to get out there and do a little flying, as it were. That's real. I saw that entry in the game and was like, wow. No fucking joke, that's a thing. No wonder the Hisuian Zoroark was hated by humans. He's literally destroying marriages. I am shocked that they're willing to play that out as obviously as they are. Like, you're already getting into dangerous territories with some of the Pokemon designs, like a Lopunny or something. But, like, there's, I suppose, twisting of mindsets to explain that away and make it a thing, but, like, come on. Like, even with Ditto, people are like, yo, this happens, but they never come out and say it. The wildest one to me was when Pokemon actually put in the game, and I can't remember which one it was. For some reason, I want to say it was like the Diamond, Pearl, Platinum era, but I might be way wrong. Where they actually made it canon that human and Pokemon relationships were at one point in time not only a thing, but common. And then you turn around and say, yo, but also Zoroark out here fucking putting the 2D lewds to shame. I am so going the wrong way. I'm just going to fly out here northwest, I think, is the direction I need to head, but I am terrible with directions. Oh, okay, so I can hear why my dogs are throwing a fit up there. It sounds like a family member came by. Which happens a lot, but at least they don't, you know, kick in my door like the one time. Literally, I was hearing family members kick in my front door and just storm into my house. Like, I don't know what the hell was up with people that day. That was absurd. I'll write a little note to send out the work I do after stream. No pressure, though, I promise. Viv, I don't know if you are aware how egotistical and strong-willed I am. It is incredibly hard to pressure me into doing something I don't want to do. And it's even harder to pressure me into doing something I want to do, or to not do something I want to do. I gotta get away from this, like, little... I still don't know why they made that thing. It's a goddamn jizz blob. I don't know what else they wanted it to be. It's not what they scream it is. Game Freak. Absolutely letting their freak flag fly. Alright, I was originally not going to do the Drayton fight, and I was going to save that for next stream, but with everything going where it is, and the fact that we have people showing up here, you know, fair. With everything going on here, I think I need to stick to this and see this fight through. There's no way Drayton's not going to be ice, so Ash, you are coming up front. And if it's ice, I can't remember if earth is good against ice. I know grass is terrible. So let's send Ash and Dem up front and have our good boys see what kind of weight they can pull. I'm thinking we got some potential heavy hitting here going for us. Welcome to the Polar Plaza. We're the team that supports Drayton of the Elite Four. And you're Ian, right? One of the BB League challengers? Yeah, something like that. You'll need to hand over 50 BP if you want to take on the Elite Trial here. Are you willing to pay? All right, Drayton, you, me, one-on-one. Clear the field, because we are going to get a little steamy up there. Whoa, hold up. My friend here gets in free. Are you sure, Drayster? The rules say just charge it to my account. I don't... Drayton is literally buying my first date with him. God fucking damn, this man is too good. That ought to take care of it, yeah? That's not... Okay, understood. I'll make an exception. Many thanks, my man. There's my champ in the mate. Whoa! Freudian slip there! There's my champ in the making. Getting a little too close to the mating word. There's my champ in the making. Thanks for coming. Let's hit the battle court real quick. I'm not going to read that one too out loud, Rigid, because it does end on a particularly real note, even for myself, but I get it. Speaking of, I actually bought Mountain Dew for the first time in a long while recently. Look, I promise, I'm not gay, but like, come on, look at the man. He has been the embodiment of working me over since he fucking got on stream. Why is that? That shadow is... that is a ticking clock right there is what that is. Anyways, feast your eyes on the majesty of the Polar Plaza Battle Court. Nah, it's basically the exact same battle court as in the other plazas. Just colder. But I'm here. I'm a cold weather kind of guy. Not what you... I'm sorry! I came in here expecting ice! Not what you'd expect from a dragon type user. I should have put Richard up front. Richard would make quick work of all of these problems. Anyhow, buddy, you came to my elite trial, not listen to me ramble. So let's hop to it. I call my elite trial terrarium only battles. Your goal is to clobber 3 of... God damn, Drayton knows how to get to me. Your trial is basically a gauntlet match. But it's called terrarium only for a reason. You can only use Pokemon that meet 2 conditions. First, they've got to be Pokemon that were caught living wild in the terrarium. Second, you got to be the one who caught them. Unless your whole party of Pokemon meets these conditions, no elite trial for you. Okay, so I have no... I do not have sufficient Pokemon, I think, to even make a party of 6. So I might have to call this stream early anyways and build that up properly. I know I'm asking a lot, but what fun would it be if you just dipped into your vault of beefy Pokemon and cheesed your way through? Your opponents are under the same conditions, so you can't be too mad about it. What do you say, bud? Ready for my elite trial? I will have to come back to this. I don't even have enough Pokemon to make a full proper team under his conditions. So, I will get all that set up, which also means, by all layouts here, there's no reason I shouldn't be able, by the time I come to the next stream, to have my end game party that I talked about in the middle of the stream planned out. The opponents only have 3 Pokemon apiece. Alright, that's fair enough. I can plan for that out of this, but none of the Pokemon I have are trained up for that, aside from one single Vulpix, and I've mentioned before I wasn't particularly keen on evolving this. I wanted the cute, adorable mascot that I love. Anyways, so I am in fact going to call this here, and I'm going to build up a means to push forward with the trial in the next stream. Anyways, thank you so much, everybody, for stopping in. V, Viv, welcome. Hopefully things continue to go well for you, V. And Viv, I will keep an eye out for your message. Rigid, Richard, Dem, as always, thank you so much for coming in. And hopefully things go well for you. Dem, keep my heart out for you. With that said, see you next time. Have a good one. Bye-bye.